This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. The holidays are over, the decorations are down, and suddenly everything feels a little empty. It's normal to feel the winter blues after the holiday excitement. January, February, and March are by far my least favorite months of the year. It's cold and dark, and I have to get some extra vitamin D on board. I also need to keep my regular scheduled appointments with my therapist. So if you're feeling that post-holiday funk, I definitely suggest you checking out BetterHelp because maybe it's time to talk. You might also be one of those people like me who makes New Year's resolutions and you get super motivated. So maybe you need someone behind you to hold you accountable and come up with a plan to meet your goals. BetterHelp is super convenient, totally online. You have a therapist right at your fingertips whenever you need them. So head over to betterhelp.com/wifeofcrime1 to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/wifeofcrime1 for 10% off your first month.
This podcast is an unscripted, unedited conversation about true crime. We take the cases very seriously, but I don't take myself seriously at all. And neither should you. Welcome to Wife of Crime.
So, guys, this month we're back with another bonus episode of Start Spreading the News, where we talk about news throughout the past month, like New York City banning whipped cream sales, and an old lady who was healed after drinking raw eggs and Guinness, a 16-year-old wrestler who saved 3 kids from a kidnapper, and the man at the Yankee game who drank beer out of a glizzy straw. Are you ready? Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Wife of Crime, a true crime podcast where I tell my husband Russ true crime stories and he reacts to them. But this isn't our typical episode. This is an episode that's highly requested called... That's a drum roll.
They were stuttering.
Start spreading the news.
Yeah, it's cool. We get a few news articles and we bullshit about them.
Yeah,
so this week, we're going to start off with, what is in your cup?
What is in your cup? Okay, well, I have 2 things in front of me. I have a cup of coffee because I'm a little tired. And my cup of coffee says, World's Best Dog Mom. My mom got it for me for Mother's Day. It's so cute. And then I have a Blue Point Toasted Lager that is unopened that I will open halfway through the episode probably.
I got the same beer. I got one that's like kind of done, the Toasted Lager. That's like a really good one. It's a brewery from Long Island. But then Budweiser bought it, and I was scared they were going to make like the brewery shit. Mm-hmm. But it still tastes the same. And then
consistent.
I got some Woodford Reserve, some bourbon on the side. That's it. I was going to drink just beer, but I only had like 1 extra can in the fridge.
Well, we just got back from the Catskills. We spent the weekend in the Catskills for my birth anniversary. So every year, my birthday and anniversary is only a week apart. I planned that horribly. Terrible move. So if your birthday is close to your wedding date, change it because then you only get one present and it sucks. So anyway, we were in the Catskills and it was a lot of fun. We like going up to the mountains for my birth anniversary and we had a great time. You guys probably saw our post on social media about all the cone.
Yeah. And we were supposed to hike, but Jess hates hiking.
I love hiking. He's such a liar, but the place we were going to go hiking, they had forest fires recently, so they closed it down. But I love hiking.
Oh, you know what I just noticed?
What?
You have Biggie eye slobber on your shirt.
Oh, well, I am the world's best dog mom, so it makes...
Biggie's eyes slobber, it looks like snot
it's his
rockets.
eye boogies.
But like good green snot rockets when you're sick. All right, so what do you got for the news?
So we got some news articles for this week. Actually, it's like pretty much news that was reported throughout the month. Mainly like, honestly, social media. We're not going through like all these news outlets because most of that is just politics. And stuff that we're not going to talk about on here.
I get my news from World Star Hip Hop.
And New York Post.
And the Post. And
the Daily News.
Yeah, because we're in New York, so where else are we going to get it?
So one of the ones that I saw recently is New York is going to enforce a ban on selling whipped cream to anyone under the age of 21. Because I guess whippets are becoming a thing again.
Yeah, that's cheap drugs, I guess. I never did whippets. Whipped cream's good, though.
You never did whippets?
Nah.
In like your 20s? Or as a teenager?
Should we like do a podcast and do whippets?
I don't know. I did whippets before, but I was in high school.
What does it do?
You feel like lightheaded and high.
That's it?
Yeah, you just suck on the nitrous oxide.
Don't do this, kids.
And you feel high. And it's not good, but I guess it's becoming a thing again. I thought that was like so 90s.
Why isn't it good?
But the 90s are back. 90s style is back. 90s. A lot of 90s is back. I saw a girl the other day in the bar wearing butterfly clips. Who does that?
I don't know what a butterfly clip is, nor have I ever seen
Anyone
any.
listening who's a girl who was in the 90s had butterfly clips. They were all the rage.
Is that the kind you squeeze?
You squeeze them. They look like butterflies. And
What's wrong with that? Put your hair back.
They're so 1996. And they're gone. But now they're coming back. I literally saw a girl in a bar with butterfly clips in her hair. And I looked at my sister-in-law wide-eyed like, seriously? This is happening? Am I in a time warp?
Well, if you looked at your sister-in-law, that means you're in Baltimore. And that is
No,
a time
your
warp.
Sister, dummy.
Oh,
Carrie, your sister is my sister-in-law.
Oh, I forgot that my sister is your sister-in-law. I thought you would have said your sister. My bad.
No, I looked at my sister-in-law.
I was so confused.
Her and I rolled our eyes at each other because we're like, oh my God, this is literally coming back. So,
and then went on Amazon and proceeded to buy some.
No, I'm
Yes,
not.
Because you follow trends, Jess.
But I'm not wearing butterfly
I don't
clips.
follow trends. I'm a trendsetter.
I'm not wearing butterfly clips ever again. I think the last time I wore a butterfly clip in my hair, I was probably 13, 14.
You'll do it again.
Never.
You'll have bell bottoms soon.
I already have a pair, but I'm never doing butterfly clips again. And now whippets are coming back. I guess, the 90s is just, it's becoming a lifestyle at this point.
Next episode, I might whip it.
Whip it good.
Oh, boy. So I got one.
Okay.
There is a DoorDash driver who dropped off the food with a note.
Okay.
To the DoorDashee.
The DoorDashee.
Yeah.
The person who ordered.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to say that.
Okay.
And it says, with a lot of weirdness in it, I'm sorry I ate your food. And 8 is the number 8.
Ate your food.
I'm broken hungry. Consider it like you're paying it forward. Forward with a number 4. I'm quitting this lame-ass job anyway. Be blessed. The note on the empty box read. So that's what it read. That didn't say that. That was like what I was reading. God damn it. It's like when... Like nowadays, like when the politicians read teleprompters, and they're like, "Read next," and then they'll talk like, "God," but they never correct themselves. They should. They're like, "God damn it, you got me again! I told you don't put that shit in there." That'd be me. I'm like, "Who fucking? I told you don't put pause in there in parentheses." But yeah, so he ate the dude's food, left him the note, and dropped it off. But what I found interesting was after he ate it, he dropped off the eight chicken wings.
Yeah, like he left the wing bones.
Yeah, because he'd be like, fuck this job, I'm gonna eat this chicken and I'm out.
Yeah.
But he still delivered it. So he was like, what's that called? Silent quitting or some shit?
Oh, quiet quitting.
Quiet quitting. Jess told me about quiet quitting, and after she told me the definition, I realized I've been doing this my whole life.
You have. You are the definition of a quiet quitter. So for everyone who doesn't know this, quiet quitting is a new trend. Well, it started a couple years ago. But
Hell no, I started this shit and when I got my first job when I was like 14, and that was like probably about 10 years ago.
Well, yeah, okay.
No, because 25 is old now.
Yeah.
Because
you're really old then.
No, shout out to Leonardo DiCaprio. This was part of my news thing.
Okay.
He just dumped his old lady.
Yeah, she was 25. Right?
Yeah, he dumps them when they turn 25. Shout out to you.
Yeah, not shout out to him. It's so creepy.
No, it's not. He got money. He's handsome. And there's another 24-year-old girl begging to be with Leonardo DiCaprio.
He was handsome back when he played in Romeo and Juliet. That's when he was handsome. And Titanic. Now Leo's getting a little old and swollen.
Well, he got a box head.
His face is looking a little swollen.
Yeah, but you know what? You could be ugly, old, swollen, walk outside in a suit full of money, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, he's so handsome."
Well, this guy eating the wings and then just giving him the box of wing bones. That's really funny. He was just trying to I think he was trying to go viral.
Maybe this is fake.
Maybe it's fake. Maybe it's fake news.
Maybe it's him.
Maybe he did it. Maybe he wrote the note, put it on TikTok, went viral, and it's all fake news.
I wonder if he got more views than your video.
Nope. Because nobody gets more views than my video.
Oh,
4.4 million out here.
Speaking about big swollen heads. Just over here. I get 1 million views.
I have 4.4 million views, so don't even
That's
try
just on the
me.
one video.
Yeah. I got a lot of views on my videos.
I'll get on there soon and help you get some more views.
Yeah, okay. We'll see.
She probably won't let me. She's like, this is my TikTok. I'm going to do the dance.
I'm not doing any dances.
You did.
I just talk about
You did
crime.
when you got your TikTok back. You did a dance.
Oh, I did do a dance when I got my TikTok back because I was happy.
Yeah, and then you didn't do a video for like a month after that.
It's
You
true.
were going nuts.
I went radio silent.
Yeah, she lost her TikTok after getting that. She posted like one video, got like 4 million views, and then
Lost my TikTok.
Then she was like going nuts that she couldn't get her TikTok back. And it's probably because TikTok deletes you like Leonardo DiCaprio if you're over 25. So they were like, bye, Felicia.
Definitely.
And then she did a dance to an old song. So the old woman came back.
I did.
Yeah, don't break your hip. But, oh yeah, I was going to say, we were in the Catskills, right?
Yeah.
I forgot to say this. You didn't fall down the stairs.
I didn't fall down the stairs. I only did that in the Poconos.
Because there were no stairs.
This
is why you booked a one-floor joint.
I did. I booked a one-floor one with no stairs this time. All right. So I have a question for you because I was looking through trying to find articles and I saw on Barstool Sports they were playing Would You Rather.
Barstool is like good sometimes, but sometimes it's ultimate cringe douche.
It is. It can be very cringe douche. Very true.
I just made that up.
No, it's a really good description. It can be ultimate cringe douche.
Yeah, but sometimes it's funny. So like, I don't know if I follow it, but I like look at the things you follow on Wife of Crime, and I unfollow everyone.
Yeah.
Because like if you post something dumb, like anytime Jess follows a stupid celebrity that like is trendy and they like post what they're eating or like what their kids are doing and like fuck your kids.
Well, Barstools does have some funny things. And I was scrolling by and this really hit me because I'm curious what you think. Would you rather... Oh, well, then I went down the rabbit hole. Okay, so then I saw the would you rather. I saw this would you rather. And then I thought to myself, oh my gosh, I wonder how Russ would answer this. And then I went down the rabbit hole and then I got 3 more would you rathers that I'm curious how you'd answer. Okay, so this segment is called Russ, Would You Rather.
Are you going to answer it too?
Yeah, I'll answer it too. But your answers are going to be better. So, would you rather...
Maybe not.
Throw up every time someone says McDonald's or... wear a fedora for your entire life?
Wait. Little easy, baby.
Because you hate fedoras and you love McDonald's.
I hate fedoras and McDonald's is my favorite restaurant.
Yes.
So wait, like wear a fedora every day?
Every day for the rest of your life.
Only outside or in the house too?
All the time, your entire life.
Wait, so when you're taking a shower, you have a soggy fedora on?
I guess.
No, you got to take it off to wash your hair.
Maybe, but you have to wear it every single day. All the time.
Oh. See, the problem is, right? Maybe I would say throw up when someone says McDonald's because people don't say McDonald's that much. But I go to the McDonald's drive-thru, and every time they would say, "Welcome to McDonald's, may I take you out?" I'm like, "Bleh!"
Yeah, it's true.
I'm like, fuck. Like, maybe I would show up, and before they would say, welcome to McDonald's, I would just place my order. Like,
You just interrupt them.
yeah, they're like, hey, what? Can I have a Big Mac number 2 and 10 piece nuggets and soda?
Yeah, that's probably a good strategy.
Or you just like, welcome to... Shut up! But then they're going to fuck you up. See how many people get beat up in fast food restaurants now fucking with the fast food workers?
Or you're going to get all your food spit on.
No.
So, fedora for the entire life or throw up every time someone says McDonald's?
Oh, because fedora dudes are annoying.
Not
too.
even that. The fedora is going to look like a yarmulke on your head.
Well, my head is big, that's true, but...
You have the Jimmy Neutron head.
Yeah, but in a lot of... As you're like, people don't even know you're laughing, Smeegs.
You know what I just imagined? What was the dude with the big football head cartoon? Oh, someone's yelling it at their speaker right now.
No,
and he wore the little hat. Oh man, he's a Nickelodeon.
I didn't have
It was a Nickelodeon
poor.
cartoon, and he had a football head, and he had a little tiny hat on it.
I only had cable.
That's you with fedoras.
I only had cable for 1 month because they installed it for free, and then my mom never paid the bill. So I only had Nickelodeon for 1 month.
All right, so answer the question. Would you rather... Come on.
I'm going to... I'm sorry, but I'm going to throw up.
Every time
someone
you'd
says
rather
McDonald's.
do that than wear a fedora?
Yes, because you go days without hearing the word McDonald's.
Okay.
Fedoras...
You got to do it every day.
Yeah, people are going to judge me all the time.
They will, yes.
You know? And shout out to you dudes that wear fedoras, but don't do it. Or, you know, some people do it. Like,
I love fedoras.
Chip does it. He wears fedora.
Yeah, he's our friend. He wears a fedora all the time. I love fedoras.
I've seen
I wear
some people
fedoras.
you
I've
follow.
worn fedoras in front of you.
Yeah, well,
Did you think I was a corn?
you got a skinny head.
Well, I have an accurate size head to wear a fedora. Maybe it's just because you're self-conscious about your head size.
I'm not. I like how I look.
I like my big head.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
All right.
Because
Well,
bigger head means bigger brains, obviously. What else is in there?
obviously. Well, I went down a rabbit hole and then I got a couple more for you because I'm curious how you'd answer them. Okay. Would you rather have more time or more money?
All right, do I get to have... Wait, more time or more money? So that assumes you're in the same financial situation you are in now. So not no time or no money.
Yeah, not no time or no money.
oh,
More time
I'll have
or more money.
more time all day because like my needs are met. I have a roof over my head.
Yeah.
I get to eat food. And I have enough to do some extracurricular activities. I'm not rich.
Okay.
So like I get to go bike riding.
Mm-hmm.
So hands down, more time.
More time.
I don't need to be rich. I just need my needs met and to be able to spend it with people that I want to spend my time with.
Yeah, that's true. That's me too. I'd rather have more time.
Yeah, like I could even have less money now. Like where I don't even really have enough to eat out and I just have to eat home all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But just give me all my time.
Okay. Would you rather have the ability to speak to all animals or to speak every language?
Oh, that's so easy.
Animals.
Animals, hands down.
100%.
Because I don't want to speak to any people anyway. I would give up the ability to speak to all people.
Just to speak to animals.
Just to speak to animals. I lose my voice to people.
Yeah.
And I just get to talk to animals.
I agree. I would be in the same boat. I love animals, and I'd probably rather talk to animals than people.
I'd be like Mowgli in the Jungle Book. I'd be living in the woods talking to my homies.
We'd
be singing songs like, the bare necessities of life will come to you.
That is your favorite.
I love the Jungle Book. But then he fucking left his homies for
He
the girl.
did. He left him.
Your homies will always leave you for a girl. Remember that, kids. You think you have best friends, but eventually we all get girlfriends and we don't see each other as much.
Yeah, it's true.
Because you'd rather touch your girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want your friend touching you.
Mowgli did that. He left all his friends for the girl.
Yeah, I'm guilty. I'm over here in this house.
All your friends are married too, so it doesn't matter.
I was the last one left.
You were the last one. That's true.
Those suckers, I held strong. I thought I was like Mowgli in the jungle for a long time.
Then you were in a jungle all alone.
And the snake was trying to get me.
All right, so I got another article for you. So this 78-year-old lady She's from the UK. Her name is Maggie. She was moved into a nursing home earlier this year for like end of life care. Okay. They thought she was about to die. They moved her into end of life care. It's called palliative care. It's when they pretty much just give you pain meds and allow you to like live your life pain free for the rest of your life. She had a lot of health issues, but after getting into this care facility, she started, getting a little stronger. They were giving her some antibiotics and like helping her get a little stronger. And then she said, I used to have this remedy when I was feeling crappy. I would take a half a pint of Guinness and throw 2 eggs in it, like crack 2 raw eggs in the Guinness and chug it. And so she said, can you bring me Guinness and raw eggs? So she started chugging it every day. And now she's like back to her old self.
What's her
she's
old
not
self?
like able to walk.
Wait, so she
she
couldn't
lost
walk?
her ability to walk. Now she's able to walk. She has Parkinson's disease. So she walks with like a walker. But still, she's like stronger. She gets up. So raw eggs and Guinness saved this lady's life. She said she felt like she was on the, the edge of death, like on her deathbed. And she started drinking this every single day. It was probably a hangover cure back in her day, like back when she was younger.
I was just thinking she needed more Guinness.
Well, half a pint of Guinness. If you're doing a full pint of Guinness, she says you need 3 eggs. But a half a pint of Guinness, you only need 2 eggs.
I think you should try this live on Instagram and see if you could live longer.
Do a half a pint of Guinness and raw egg. I don't know if I could get it down without throwing up, to be honest. I'd probably gag.
It's not my problem.
I'd probably gag.
I couldn't do it.
You couldn't?
No.
I could probably. When I was a little kid, my
But
father.
that's what would make it more entertaining if you couldn't do it. If you can do it, people would be like, oh, whatever.
It's true. If I threw up on camera, people would find that more entertaining.
Probably.
When I was a kid.
People like failure.
When I was a kid, my father, my real father, he used to make me milkshakes with raw eggs in it. Because I thought it was when Rocky was big and I loved Rocky 4. And Rocky drank raw eggs, and I wanted to be strong, and so I told him to put raw eggs in my milkshake.
Who did he fight in Rocky 4?
Duh.
I forgot. Was it Drago?
Yes.
Oh, Drago.
That's the best Rocky. Remember one year you and I watched like all the Rockies back to back marathon? I think we watched 1 through 5.
It was like 4th of July or some shit.
Yeah, in one day we watched 1 through 5.
Well, see, I know who he fought, but I don't know the numbers, like, oh, in this number he fought this guy. Like, I know which number Jordans or what. You know? So I know that, but that's useless knowledge too.
It is. Last year, Save More Money was the most popular New Year's resolution in America. Clearly, a lot of us feel like our money is slipping through our fingers. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm not the best saver, and I don't know much about investing until I started saving and investing with Acorns. Turns out you don't have to be an expert at all because Acorns will recommend a diversified portfolio that fits you and your money goals. And I always thought that when people say, ooh, I invest in stocks, that they had a ton of money or something. Well, you don't need to be rich. Acorns lets you invest with the spare money you've got right now. You can literally start with $5. And you guys are spending that at Starbucks on these fancy lattes. So skip the coffee and invest with Acorns. You don't even need a ton of time. Like you can just sign up and start investing within 5 minutes. Head over to acorns.com/wifeofcrime or download the Acorns app to start saving and investing for your future today. That's acorns.com/wifeofcrime. You guys already know because we have been talking about them for a while now. Via Hemp is by far one of our favorite sponsors we've ever had, okay? We use their products all the time. Maybe you're a little like me. You're a little anxious. You have a hard time settling down. You're kind of wound up a lot. If that's you, Via Hemp products are for you. Check out their website. You will find something that speaks to you. Maybe you're like Russ. You have a hard time sleeping because you have bad nerve pain or chronic pain. Then Via Hemp is for you because their gummies will help you get some quality sleep. Maybe you're looking to have a really good time. Maybe you just really like edibles. You want to laugh. You want to get the munchies. You want to watch a movie and have a really strong belly laugh. Then Via Hemp products are for you, okay? They're literally for everybody. So head over to viahemp.com, promo code wifeofcrime1 to get 15% off your first order. That's VIIAHEMP.com, wifeofcrime1 for 15% off your first order. All right, do you have another article?
Well, I was going to talk about Leonardo DiCaprio, but
you already brought that up.
I brought that up. And how about that teacher that went missing that was running?
I know. That's really sad.
I don't know a lot about it, but from what I do know, and I've been seeing news articles here.
This is in Memphis, by the way.
It is?
Yeah, Memphis, Tennessee.
So there was a teacher that was running, and she was abducted.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, there was videos of a black car that was suspected of, like, kidnapping her.
Yeah. It had a busted taillight.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you noticed.
Mm-hmm.
And then, what happened?
Okay, so let me just start. Let me just take over.
This is why
what
I
happened.
should never tell stories. Wait, so then they found the guy. I know that.
Yeah, let me just do it because I know the story.
And now they have the car. I know that too.
Yes.
I have like scattered facts, but I know they found her, and I know they
did not find her.
No, they didn't find her yet. It's been like 72 hours now, and this guy was a sexual molester and a former kidnapper as well.
Mm-hmm.
And they found on the scene her flip-flop.
Nope.
With his DNA on it.
No. So what happened was at 6:25 a.m., a guy who was...
Oh, and I got another fact.
A guy who was riding his street bike rode by and saw a cell phone and a pair of Champion slides on the ground.
Oh, those had to be his, but she couldn't be running in Champion slides.
Exactly. So they're his...
Don't wear them stupid slides.
They're his slides. They sent him off for DNA testing, and they matched his DNA, all right? They then looked at the camera footage and saw this woman, who is the teacher, Eliza, I don't remember her name. You have it right there.
I'll try to look her up.
They have the camera footage of her being abducted by this guy that's in this dark SUV with the taillight out. They got the whereabouts of where he lives. They showed up.
Eliza Fletcher.
They show up to his house, and witnesses say that he was like vigorously cleaning his car the day before. So they arrest him. They charge him. I don't know what they charged him with to hold him, but
he's been charged now. An hour ago, I just pulled this up. It said CNN said he was suspect charged in abduction of missing Memphis teacher, served time for prior kidnapping charge, court records show. Cleo Abston pleaded guilty in 2001 with a charge of aggravated kidnapping. He was released in 2020.
Yes, so he served 20 years for
Cleotha is his name. That's interesting.
Yes, he was charged in 2001 and served 20 years for kidnapping a district attorney or a prosecutor. So they know who did it, but they haven't found her. She's from a very prominent family, and it's like her dad owns this multi-billion-dollar business.
Prominent just means you got some cheddar.
No, he's got a lot of cheddar. He owns like multi-billion-dollar business.
Cheddar.
So she's from this prominent family, but they don't know where she is. They know that she sat in the car with this kidnapper for 4 minutes, and then he drove off.
Oh, right in the location where he got her.
Yeah.
So in the first video, all they had was a blurry picture of the suspect's car.
Yeah.
It was found out that there was an additional video of her fighting him off, like rigorously fighting as he drags her into the car.
Yeah.
And someone said, I don't know who, said she was very strong and strong-willed, and so she tried really hard.
So she was an avid...
This is very sad.
This is sad. She was an avid runner, and she made it to the Boston Marathon, and I think she started her run that morning at 4 a.m. because she was training for a marathon.
Folks, this isn't victim blaming. Normally when I say this, like, you're a victim blamer. Carry pepper spray on your workouts. It's not a victim blamer. I'm just like, give yourself the best chance to survive.
Yeah. Because
if someone can't see you, once you spray them with the pepper spray, they can't see you.
Mm-hmm.
Coming out to work, Go into your parking lot in the middle of the Manhattan and real late, Jess.
Mm-hmm.
Carry a pepper spray. If a bum grabs your butt, you spray him.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's on the floor, kick him one time in the face.
Stop.
And then leave. No, I'd get a nice kick in, boy. I'm not even a soccer player, but I would. Poof.
Well, a bum did bite my butt in the past.
That's an old story.
That is an old story.
If you've been here a long time, the bum bite story is somewhere in there.
No, it's only on Patreon.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to have to join.
Yeah, I only told that story on Patreon.
You going to tell it?
All right, I guess I can tell it for the regular feed. When I first moved to New York City, I'd been here a very short time. I think maybe a month or so. And I used to walk to and from work. It was about a 10 or 15 block walk, but I would have to walk by Port Authority. And Port Authority is kind of known where a lot of homeless people hang out.
Bum Central.
It's just very sketch in some areas around Port Authority. But I had to walk by Port Authority every day. So one day I'm walking down the street. This is still the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me in my entire life. So I'm walking down the street. It's literally freezing. There is snow on the ground. It's probably 10 below zero. Not really, but it's super duper cold.
Oh, this story is going into so exaggeration. I had to walk 10 blocks up hills both way in the snow to work.
Well, it was really cold. And I feel someone grab my butt, right? And so, of course, I'm pissed. I turn around and I'm like, someone seriously just grabbed my butt? I turn around and I look and I don't see anyone. I look down and I see this guy, this homeless guy in a wheelchair, and he had no teeth. And he goes, "Yeah, I just bit that honey."
I can't believe this story.
It's so true.
How many teeth do you think he had if you had to
None.
guess?
He had none.
Not one?
He gummed it.
So it was like a squeeze of a butt.
It was this, I thought someone squeezed my butt. It didn't feel like a bite on my butt. It felt like a squeeze because he had no teeth. So it was just a gum of my butt. And he's like, "Yeah,
That's so good.
I bit that honey," right?
What'd you say?
I was pissed. I was like, well, first I was in shock. And then I was like,
I would have laughed, but I also would have tipped over his wheelchair and laughed.
I was not laughing. I was like in shock. And then I was like, "Oh my God, you just bit my butt?" And I started yelling at him. But then there were all these tourists walking by and they were all judging me because I'm screaming at a homeless man
How did they even know?
in a wheelchair.
All they do is look up.
No, they were all walking by. Everyone was staring at me because I looked like the jerk screaming at the homeless man in a wheelchair with no teeth.
I would have tipped him over.
And I told him, "I can't believe you just touched me. I should throw you into the street," but I didn't.
Not the street. You got to throw. Was it snowing?
Yeah, it was like snow and ice.
Oh, you should have tipped him over in a puddle.
No. So I just
like
got
a fish out of water.
really upset and I left and I went to work. And then by the time I got to work, it was like 10 blocks away. So I had time to cool down and I get to work. And then I just started laughing because I was like, I've been here for like 5 minutes. I've been in New York City for about a month. And all like weird shit just happens here. There are a lot of weird people in this city.
Yeah. Did you get black and blue on your butt?
No black and blue.
I had no teeth.
He had no teeth. It was just a gum.
So you could say someone gummed my butt instead of bit my butt.
That's so weird. It's still the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me in my entire life. And yeah, so that's the story of when the bum bit my butt. And I'll remember it for the rest of my days because it was a real introduction to New York City.
Shout out to that bum for giving us content.
This is back in 2008 when I first moved here. But a lot of weird shit happens in this city. There are some really weird people.
Subways are weird.
Subway is weird
because people that have nowhere to go kind of just like stay down there.
Well, do yourselves a favor and follow Subway Creatures on Instagram.
Subway Creatures good. That might have been when we found the dude that looks to Air Force One. If you didn't hear us talk about that, go on YouTube. Wife of Crime. What is it called?
Yeah, Wife of Crime Pod.
Wife of Crime Pod on YouTube.
Yeah,
or some shit like that. Go check that out. We spoke about that, and there's actual video of us. We're going to have more YouTube content within this next 10 years or so. when you figure out how to, we kind of know how to edit. You'll see it's a little choppy and shit.
Yeah.
We'll get there, and we're just busy and,
We'll get there.
Fuck work, bro. I'm silent quitting. What's it called?
Quiet quitting. So we never talked about what quiet quitting is.
Silent quitting and quiet quitting is the same thing.
No.
It's quiet.
Okay, well, it's called quiet quitting.
You can't be quiet, so that's why you can't do it.
Quiet quitting is when people don't quit their jobs, but you quit like giving a shit about going the extra mile. You just do exactly what's required of you. No more, no less.
That's what they pay you for.
And that's it. And you don't join committees. You don't do overtime. You don't do any of the extra stuff. It's just like exactly what's required of you. And it's called quiet quitting. And it's definitely a vibe. And I think we all need to...
Shout out to the person that told you it's a vibe if he listens, because Jess don't want to say his name. Jess is going to edit out his name, but we said his name. Shout out to you.
Shout out to you. So, yes, quiet quitting is a vibe, and it's totally a thing.
Yeah, I originated this, but I never coined the phrase.
Yeah, you didn't coin the phrase, but it's how you live your life.
Yeah, like...
You just do what's required.
Oh, before I met Jess, she was a company man. She'd be invested in any job.
Yeah.
She'd be like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this.
I was a company man.
Like, once... Oh, here comes Big if you hit... Oh, that's Lucy. All right, what's up, Lucy? So, if... Like, Jess would always go above and beyond, and like... You don't pay me for this shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, and if you quit or you died, someone would be in your job or your spot, like, before the week's over.
I really realized that during COVID. COVID is what taught me that you just can't give your all to a company because they don't care.
Well, see, you have to... The only reason I work is so I could do stuff I actually like to do.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't identify with work. Like, that's why my least favorite question when I ever meet someone is, what do you do? And I probably brought this up because you're trying to judge the level of respect you should give me. What if I told you I was a janitor? Are you going to like say, oh, or like between a janitor and a doctor, you know what I mean? And shout out to the janitors. There's some dope ass good janitor jobs out there, like union and all that.
Yeah.
So like some of these janitors might have 10 properties they're renting out. But like this doctor might be a cokehead who lives check to check.
Yeah.
So like don't try to judge me by my job.
Yeah.
Like I hate that shit.
No, it's so true. So
like judge me by the intent, my intent, or like my actions, or how you see me in the moment.
Yeah.
Because I'm always fresh. So judge me as being fresh.
Well, quiet quitting is definitely a vibe.
I am a quiet quitter.
You are. Yeah, you definitely live your life like that.
That's going to be my next one. Russ, a.k.a. Quiet Quitter. With an A.
Quiet quitter. Well, like I was saying before, New York City is full of some super, super weirdos. So earlier this month, the Subway Series happened between the Yankees and the Mets. And we saw a dude at the game.
We don't claim this man.
And he...
Someone should have took his Yankee hat.
Yeah, he was wearing a Yankee hat.
Nah, he's a tourist.
And he took a hot dog and he put a straw through it.
Nah.
Both sides. And then he stuck said hot dog into his beer and drank out of it like a straw.
Now, it was very, what's the word? Ingenuitive, or how you say, ingenuity or something like that. There's a word out there where like, I don't know, you create shit and whatever. Someone out there knows what I mean.
Uh-huh.
And it was like that, like, he invented
Creative. Hot dog straw.
He created the glizzy straw.
The glizzy. Oh, yeah. So for all who don't live in New York, here in New York, people call hot dogs glizzies.
Bro.
Glizzies is the name for a hot dog.
You can't even eat a hot dog in peace in New York.
You can't.
Man. You eat a hot dog, they just assume you're eating a penis. And if you eat a penis, if you like penises, go for it.
Yeah.
But you can't even eat a hot dog. They're like, look at you. I'm like, I like soubrettes on the grill.
Well, this guy turned his glizzy into a straw.
And he started drinking beer.
Through the hot dog straw.
See, now that... I'm not sucking on a hot dog. That's too far for me. Like that's...
The craziest thing is he's just sitting here doing it alone. Someone is filming him. He's all by himself. He might have been with a group, but he definitely wasn't with any friends or any true friends that would tell him, bro, what are you doing with your hot dog?
Birds of a feather flock together. They would probably do some other corn shit.
Yeah.
They were probably... I don't know what the hell.
It's just weird. And that's the thing about New York is, like I said, follow subway creatures because you'll see some weird stuff in New York City.
Now, it's weird because everyone visits here eventually, it seems like.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people do visit New York. It's definitely a melting pot.
It's a vibe.
So you have a melting pot of different types of peeps, and half of them are weird. It's a weird place.
What was I going to say? Oh, so that dude looks like the same dude that was eating chicken wings with a fork when we went to Guinness. I have a picture. I couldn't find it.
You and Dave went.
I thought you were with us.
No, it was Dave and you.
Huh.
And he was eating chicken wings with bone.
With bone, and he was poking it, and then he was like
eating it with a fork.
I think that's him.
And he didn't have shoes on.
No.
He was wearing only socks.
I think he was picking his toes, too.
And he was wearing socks, and you filmed all of this.
I don't claim that, man. Take his... Hey, but I don't think this one had a hat on, because I might have took his Yankee hat.
But he did.
But I wouldn't take
like
his Yankee hat. You know why? Because that's being a bully. But I would like to take it.
Yeah, you would.
Maybe I would yank it off his head, but give him the $40 it costs. Like,
you would not take it. You wouldn't even touch it.
I wouldn't, but I would like to.
Because you don't like when anyone touches you, so you wouldn't touch someone
No, I'm respectful.
Else. Yeah.
But if I could have said, throw the hat, take your hat, throw it in the garbage, here's $40, go buy a Met hat.
All right, so I have a heartwarming story that I found. So this one's actually really, really good. I found it on happynews.com. So I was looking for happy news. So go to, it's called healthyhappynews.com.
I like all my happy news, which makes me like sad inside, but happy is the Dodo YouTube channel.
That's a good one too.
I love that.
So a 16-year-old kid named Kanan Bauer, he is now being called a hero. This actually happened a while ago, but I just came across it. So it's new news to me.
Yeah, so we should call this news segment New News to Us.
New news to us. So he's considered a hero because he rescued this lady and her children from a kidnapper. So they were at a gas station, the mom and her 3 kids. Her kids were 9, 2, and 1. And they were waiting for an Uber at this gas station. And a guy pulled up.
So they were all together with the mom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guy pulled up, grabbed the 2-year-old, put the 2-year-old in the car, and then tried grabbing the baby.
Oh, then came back?
From her arms. And the mom is trying to fight this guy off. Like she's screaming, throwing punches because he's trying to take her kids. So this 16-year-old boy, Kanan Bauer, 16-year-old teen.
It's a tough name.
He's across the street and he sees this commotion. He jumps in his truck and drives across over to the gas station, and he body slams the dude because he's a wrestler. This 16-year-old kid's a wrestler.
Wrestlers are strong, bro.
He body slams them and puts him in a chokehold while someone calls police. And he's holding the guy in a chokehold the whole time until police show up.
I'm looking at your phone. Kanan looks kind of big.
Yeah, and he's saved.
He's a big fella.
He is. And he
like
saved these kids. How awesome is that? Turns out the dude is a registered sex offender, and he traffics kids.
How do you know someone traffics kids?
Well, I guess they found out when they investigated who he was after he held him down and the police showed up and arrested him.
That's sick.
And they looked up his
Hopefully
history.
Kanan... Somebody should, like, pay for his college if they were rich.
I know, right?
Like, if I was rich, someone should, like, hook him up. Like, you're a good person. Hook him up with something.
Well, his dad was so proud of him. He found out later in the day. Like, he called his dad, left a voicemail, and was like, Dad, I just helped catch this guy who was trying to kidnap kids. His dad found out, and then his dad was freaking out because he was like, oh my God, are you okay? He gets in his truck, runs over to the gas station. His kid already left and went to school. Kanan left and went to school. He gets to the gas station where he was, and the gas station worker was like, oh my God, your son? You should have seen what he just did. He's unbelievable.
Fucked him up.
And then he goes and gets his kid and they hug and he's like, wow, you're like a real hero. He was so proud of his son.
That's so dope.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's a really good story. I like stuff like that because there's good people out there and he cared. And
he's
sometimes
only 16.
Like, I always mind my business, but like if you knew what was going on, maybe you should help.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, he just saw that a woman was in distress, that a man had this kid and, he saw he probably didn't know the whole situation.
I would like someone to talk to him and like just like what made you go over there?
Well, there's a whole interview.
Oh, it is? But is it video?
Yeah, there's a video YouTube interview.
Oh, that's cool. I'm going to check them out.
So maybe I can try to find it and post it on here if I can. I can play it.
Well, just normal day. I was getting gas across the street, and then I heard when I was coming back to my truck, I went go inside and got a drink. Something caught my attention, and I heard screams. So I looked across the street, and at first I just thought it was someone playing. But I looked closer, and it was a woman with a baby, and there was a man, and she was like avoiding him. I could tell, and she kept screaming. So something wasn't right. So I hopped in my truck, and I was over there. And by about that time, they had already gone inside. And I opened the door, and there's blood on the floor and blood on the guy's shirt who was holding the door. And he was facing away from me, trying to break down that door. And I grabbed him from behind and pulled him out into the open area of the store and put him on his back, and then held him there. The only thing I was really like a little bit worried about was if he had since there was all the blood, if he had a knife or a gun or something on him. That's the only thing. They came in, got him, walked him out to the car, and I waited for a detective to show up, and they were talking to everyone, taped off all the scene and stuff. Just, I gotta get this guy away from the kids. So I just did what I knew how and just pinned him. Yeah.
Such a good, heartwarming story.
Shout out to him, his big looking ass.
Yeah, he's a big dude. All right. I don't think I have any other stories saved. That's the last one I have.
I think that was the best one.
Yeah, it was nice to end it on a high note, right?
Yeah, and hopefully Leonardo DiCaprio could find a nice young woman for himself again. Because he's probably lonely right now.
Whatever. He needs to chill. He really needs to chill.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
Well, you're just saying that because he thinks you're an old woman.
No, because, I mean...
They're legal. He's not going underage.
No, he's not going underage. He's going to 25.
First of all, they're living an amazing good life.
Mm-hmm. Until they're 25.
Until they're 25, then you get the boot. I didn't have amazing good life. Hey, if there was like a 40-year-old actress woman when I was like 21.
Who wanted to date you?
Who wanted some of this. Mm-hmm. I'd be all for it.
You'd be a sugar baby?
Oh, please. Yeah, hell yeah. I can't believe I still have to go to work for a living. Like, just get more views on TikTok or something.
Yeah, right? I know. All right, everyone. Well, that's it for our Start Spreading the News segment.
I'm leaving today.
Oh.
Did I have to do it in Frank Sinatra's voice?
Yeah, you got to do it.
No.
Start spreading the news.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm leaving today.
So I'm going to end this how I ended the last one.
What?
I don't want to talk anymore.
I don't think our neighbor has heard the episode. He hasn't spoken to us, though.
No.
There is a possibility.
No, when he first... All right, so we just ended the episode. Now we started again. So we're talking about, like, the neighbor?
Yeah.
Was that on Start Spreading the News?
Yes.
He's being a better wave neighbor.
Okay. So do you think he could have heard it?
Yeah, like, he hasn't started conversations with weird stuff like, have you ever heard of TikTok?
He said that before?
That was like last year.
He said that?
And I just said no. But then, I don't know, I was like, in my head, I was like, what's the right answer? If I say no, he's going to explain it. If I say yes, he's going to start talking about
a
the
video.
TikTok.
Yeah, it's so true. So you were kind of caught in a jam there. But how did that happen? Did he end up explaining what TikTok was?
I don't remember. I wasn't listening.
Oh, well, he hasn't really spoken to me much.
Hey, he's not a bad guy. He's a good guy.
He's a good guy. I mean, for all we know, I don't know what he does with his life.
Hey, whoever listens, let's all be wave neighbors.
Yeah, wave neighbor is a vibe for us. I'll talk to you for about 4 minutes.
I'm bullshitting. Sometimes I like the bullshit.
Yeah.
If I'm drunk.
All right. Well, have a wonderful week, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning back in. And we will catch you on our next regular episode coming out next week. Say something.
Oh, I like cone.
Have a wonderful week. Bye.
Can I pet your dog?